Hey, coin folk, we're back. We're all searched up on everything else, so we're breaking into the circulated penny boxes that are just sitting around waiting for somebody to search them. So that's gonna be me. I'm gonna search them, and I'm gonna share with you what I find. Airs, varieties, foreign stuff, just oddball stuff. Who knows? Let's see. I'll be back. On roll one here, we got a 1970 out of Denver under the scope. It's real faint, but you can see there was a clash on there that's been cleaned up. Got a little line right behind the neck and then down underneath his chin there. But otherwise, it's been cleaned up besides that. Not really seeing anything on the reverse. So, but a little bit of something. Whoa, camera's all wonky. My bad. But a little bit of something to look at, and we're gonna jump back in. So working through roll 5 here, and got a 2019 under the scope. Unfortunately, it's not in the best of shape. Pretty dirty, but I'm struggling to decide for sure because being in the shape it's in, I can't really pick up any dive markers. But I'm thinking this is WDDO number 9 on doubledot.com. You can just see extra thickness all throughout the date, kind of in the top part of the 2 here is the easiest to see. Got extra thickness here, and then it's a little thinner down here and thick up on that side. And the 1 and 9 are just a little thicker. You got that little bit of a cat's eye look to the 0, but like I said, unfortunately I was trying to pick up on die markers, but the coin is in pretty rough shape. These dang Zinkins, man. Can we just stop already? Like, just give us a copper back, or just stop. I don't know, but at least it's a find, and so that's cool. But we're gonna jump back in, see what else might be in there. So we're back on actually the same roll, and we got a 1984 here with just a slight misaligned die on the hovers. You can see how the rim is kind of completely gone on this side, and then you got kind of a little extra bit hanging on the outside of the rim over there. But then we're pretty well centered on the back. It's maybe slightly misaligned on the back, but looks like anyways the rim's still fully there. Barely hanging on, but maybe a little. But anyways, a little bit of a find. Figured I'd bring you in, share. And now we're jumping back in. So working through roll 8, still haven't come across a wheat cent, which is kind of weird, but did come across this guy, which is pretty cool. Counter stamp with the greatest state in the nation. A weight. Pretty sweet. I think this is only the second of these the state counter stamps that I found. And to find one with my home state was pretty awesome. And it's actually in fairly decent shape. So I would gladly take it. It'd been cool if it was a double die too, but you know, can't be choosers. But we're gonna jump back in and hopefully find something else cool. Go Buckeyes. Back on roll 10, finally got our first Wheatie. Common date, well circulated, but it's a Wheatie. 1951 out of Denver. Looks like it's got a little rim bump up there at about, what was that, 10 o'clock or so. And then we also got our first Canadian as well. 1984, I believe it is. Yep, 84. Nope. How do I flip it right the one time and then flip it wrong? Dang Canadians. Alright, jump back in. Next roll gives us our next Wheatie. Also a little circulated, but that's alright. Of 1941. We can throw that under the scope. See if we got doubling anywhere. And it's not looking like we do. But that's okay. Still Wheatie? We started off a little slow, so hoping we might pick up a little bit. So I think that's 2 rolls in a row, or maybe we skipped a roll. I think that's 2 rolls in a row though. So that's cool. Hopefully, we're just getting started off. Jump back in, see what we can get. So working through roll 16 here, and we got our next Wheatie, 1957 out of Philly. Not terrible shape, but could be better. Where's it at? Also came across another Canadian along the way here. Another more modern one, 1986. A little grungy on the back there, but still a little bit of something. So we're gonna jump back in, see what else we can find. Still on the same roll, and got ourselves another Wheatie. How about that? Two in one row. 1948 Philly. Same as the last. It's not in terrible shape, but we ain't exactly sending it off to get graded, but it's not bad. So that's cool. Gonna jump back in. So roll 16 here is king of the box so far. Giving us a third Wheatie. We got a 1941 Philly. Go ahead and throw it under the scope here. And not seeing any doubling. Nope. But that's alright though. Still a cool find. We got some more rolls like that. Maybe we could turn out a pretty nice box full of Wheaties. But we'll jump back in, see what else is in there. Back on roll 21 here. Finally got our next Wheatie. 1952 out of Denver. Nothing special, but she's Wheatie, so we'll add it to the pile and jump back in and keep on looking. Roll 29 gives us our next Wheatie. Got a 1939. Whoa. Got it. 1939 out of Philly. Got a little bit of something gunked up on the rim. I'm not sure what that is, but not in terrible shape for being as old as it is. But that's it on that one. Jumping back in. Well, next roll gives us our next Wheatie. Little rough, but it still counts. So 1951 out of Denver. Saw the reverse first and was thinking it was going to be a little bit older, as rough as shape as it's in, but I mean, I guess it is old, but just not as old as I thought it'd be. So anyways, we're going to jump back into the roll and keep on looking. Well, same roll. We got another Wheatie. This one looks a little more typical of the kind of condition than I would expect out of the 1950s. We got a 54 Philly. Pretty decent shape. I wonder. Let's poke through. See if we got any others in there. Nothing jumping out. I don't know. I guess if I got one, I'll bring it back in. I just thought we might run into another one. But anyways, all right. I'll be back. We got our next Wheatie out of roll 36. Yeah, 36. 1946 out of Philly. Looks like it's probably been cleaned up a while back, but it's got a good little shine on her, but not in terrible shape considering. We also have along the way here, let me grab them. A couple foreigns we found, both Canadian, 1987, and then one a little bit older is in 1962. So we got those as well. I also have a couple 2022s put aside that I'm going to take a closer look at. Pretty sure they're double dyes, but trying not to slow my my search down too much, so those might take me a minute. I'm a little, I don't know, unpracticed, I guess, on the newer double dies. So, but we'll look at those eventually. But we're gonna jump back in for now. Well, out of the same row, we got another Wheatie that is in terrible shape. I don't know what it's been through. Looks like it maybe been underground for a while, or maybe it just got some kind of, I don't know, chemical on it or something. Something chewed it up. But it's 1956 Denver, and just the worst of shape. But figured I'd bring you in anyways, since it's a Wheatie. So, but we're gonna jump back in. Well, we're on roll 37 here. Got an 89 Philly under the scope. It's a pretty good sized die crack. You can see coming from the rim down here up. I don't know where exactly it goes, but it comes out the other side of the tee. Got a couple little chips in it, and then it comes all the way up through the bottom of the memorial. And looks like it's ending right around in this area here, so that's kind of cool looking. Just afraid I bring you in, show you that, and we're gonna jump back in. Just grabbed roll 38 out of the box, and we got an ender of sorts. We got the queen on the end, hanging out. Not exactly the kind of ender we're looking for, but you know, it is an ender, so we'll take a look at it. Oh, YouTube just loaded. Look at that. Got a new dirty water video to check out. Oh, let's go. So back on the same roll, we got a 2018 under the scope here with a pretty cool little die crack on the reverse. You see it from the rim coming in to the outside part of the ribbon and then goes up the outside edge and also splits off and comes across the tee and up to the top of the ribbon there. And then it looks like it's real faint leading over to the A as well. So I don't know if there's a later progression of this where it expands out there pretty good or not, but I don't think I've ever seen this one before, so thought I'd bring you in and share. But like, leave this video, go check out this one with dirty water, man. He got himself a pile of Ikes, and so far pretty good, and I think it's getting better, but I ain't gonna ruin it for you. Go check it out. Roll 39, next Wheatie. Got 1948 out of Philly. Not in terrible shape, but definitely not uncirculated, but we would gladly take it. We'll add it to the pile of Wheaties and jump back in. So we're on roll 42. We got our next Wheatie. It's got a little bit of red to it, but unfortunately it's also got a little bit of black and just all kinds of stuff that you ain't wanting on a coin. I don't know what's going on with it, but I don't know if that might clean up with some acetone or not. But outside all the gunk on it, it's probably one of the better looking Wheaties I've pulled out in a while, but I guess we'll take it. 1958 out of Denver. I guess I haven't thrown it under the scope yet. See if maybe anything going on. I'm not seeing anything. But just imagine that tarnish isn't there, and we'll say it's a beautiful wheat set. Anyways, I'm gonna jump back in. Got a few more rolls to go. See what else we can find. So we're on roll 45 here, and if you can see it, we got our next wheat set. Looks maybe a little circulated, so we're gonna say 40s. Focus. And it's a little older than that. Holy smokes, let's throw this under the scope. 36 Denver. A little worse for wear there. Looks like might be a little bit of a lamination issue, maybe. kind of running from the rim through the date down to the other rim almost, looks like. She's a little rough, but we gotta love them all equally, right? So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna love this one as much as the last one. And hopefully we'll find some other love-worthy scents in here. But we're gonna have to go through and find them. I'll be back. So we're on roll 46 here. Got a 2020 Philly under the scope with a pretty large dye tip on top of the shield. I don't think I've ever seen one quite this big on the shield sense. It's got a little crack running through the top of the shield. You can see just a little bit, and then this big old chip right there. I mean, it's not like giant, but it's larger than any dye tip I remember seeing on the shield sense. So thought that was kind of cool. I'm gonna bring you in, share. We're gonna jump back in, finish up these last few rolls. Well, we're on roll 48, and this guy caught my eye. Got a 1981. Ooh. Canada. And then also this guy. Oh, let's see if we can guess. Or focus. One or the other. I'm gonna say 40s again. It looks a little beat up. It's not Canadian, so we gotta flip it this way. It is, I think, a 44. 41. Oh, even better. Let's look for some doubling. Not seeing anything there. Or there. Or there. But gotta check or you don't know, right? So we will jump back in and see what else we might find. I'll be back. So we wrapped up the box, and I mentioned earlier looking at a couple 2022s. The other one I gave up on already. It's so very, very, very minor. But apparently I'm going crazy. I could have swore I saw listings before somewhere, but I've checked doubledye.com, Copper Coins, and Variety Vista, and I see no DDOs for 2022. So maybe I'm just crazy, but to me it kind of looks like a double dye. Unfortunately, it does have a little hit here, which makes it kind of weird looking at, but it seems to me like it's real thin, kind of there, and you got a little bit of a cat's eye on the 0 and thicker on the top left and bottom right. To me, maybe it's not, maybe I'm just crazy, but that's what it looks like to me. But we got a decent amount of copper out of the hunt, so we're gonna walk out to the postal scale and see how much we ended up with. I'll be right back. So I thought ahead this time. Whoa, I just teared this thing. How did it drop out already? We got it on pounds and ounces. What is going on with this thing? I guess it is setting on kind of an uneven surface, but if we're on there, we got 3 pounds, 9.5 ounces. So I feel like that's a little less than last time, but still a decent amount. But anyways, that's going to be it for the hunt. I believe we're going to have some half dollars coming up next, but I don't know for sure. But I'll see you over there. Later, folks. So we emptied the little tub that we use to collect copper as we're going through, but we have a small problem. I can't close the lid, so we're going to have to start a new penny jar, I guess. I'm going to take a few of these out of here. Oh. There we go. Maybe we can close now. There we go. I guess I'm going to have to buy a new container of some of this delicious biscotti? Is that how you say the word? Maybe I should have thought about this before I started talking about it. I'm pretty sure that's a word. Anyways, so we got to find a new container, but we'll find something. All right, folks. Later.